Amanda Baker, and I help you reach aha moments. I do this as a licensed clinical social worker and 500-hour yoga instructor, bringing therapeutic techniques along with yoga philosophy as a way to gain greater access into self, to enhance your relationship with you, and have those moments that inspire and transform for you to lead a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. In today's video, I will offer an emotional freedom technique, otherwise known as tapping. I take an intuitive lens to guide you through various energy centers of the body through a gentle stimulation on the tops of your fingertips. We are all made of energy. So if you go ahead, take your hands, rub them together. You've seen this in past videos. If you've watched my channel, if you follow me, if you attend my local classes and offerings, and then allow yourself to experience that tingle sensation, that vibration right in between your fingers and palms. Maybe you take the hands a little wider. You may feel a cooling, a warmth. Maybe bring them closer and start to feel that magnetism, the push and the pull. Beautiful, and then shake it out. So we use our natural essence, the energy that you were born with, to facilitate the tapping practice, multiple rounds to allow you to feel safe and secure in honoring what may be hidden or repressed or disrupted energy and disrupted emotions that exist beyond the surface. And they get embedded in you, as we know from more research in somatic practices and the way that trauma lives in our muscles, in our tissues, creates inflammation, chronic disease, mental health struggles. And I struggle this with myself. I don't offer anything that I don't utilize in my own daily lifestyle. So tapping is one of those ways. Also meditation, therapeutic yoga, regular breath work practices, regular yoga practices. So follow along in this tapping video in hopes to feel more safe, secure, alive, and fulfilled. So find an easy seat or a most comfortable seated position. That may be on a yoga pillow, that may be in a chair, up against the wall, in your bed. And we use these meridian points or energy centers from the chest up. I will guide you through about 8 or 11 of them, multiple rounds, and I will speak in statements that might relate to you. You can modify them as needed, repeat them out loud with me, or say them mentally. They both have the added effect and benefit. And as we go around, we'll move through things that we might not necessarily want to feel or acknowledge. But as you do this in a safe and controllable way, meaning through your autonomy and through your choice right now, you can work towards feeling it to heal it, and then you can bring in that which you deeply desire. So I invite you to place one hand on your heart, maybe one over top, and first acknowledge your intention. Your sankalpa, your heart's deepest longing, deepest desire. What is that that you truly want to feel on the energetic and full sensory level? And bring this up fully into your body. Take a breath in, and then exhale, share it, set it free. And then take one side of your hand. We'll start here in the starting point. We'll tap gently on one side of the hand. We'll do the hand just once, and then we'll move through several other rounds and points repetitively. So I will repeat this statement 3 times. You can say it out loud, or you can repeat it to yourself mentally. So even though I may not live fully, I accept myself. Even though I may not be honoring my truest nature, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I may sometimes fall into others' expectations of me, I am okay. And then come to the eyebrow. All of the responsibilities and expectations, all of the responsibilities and expectations. The side of the head is distracting and overwhelming and intrusive. Distracting and overwhelming and intrusive. Underneath the eye, I find myself to not be present. I find myself to not be present. Underneath the nose, and pulled in so many directions. And pulled in so many directions. The chin, that I don't get to do what I fully enjoy. That I don't get to do what I fully enjoy. To the chest. And then I feel frustrated and guilty, heavy. And then I feel frustrated and guilty and heavy. Underneath the arm. And I'm tired and fatigued. And I'm tired and fatigued. To the wrist. And I fall into autopilot and passive coping. And I fall into autopilot and passive coping to the top of the head, like looking at my phone. Like looking at my phone. The eyebrow, or indulging in other things. Indulging in other things. The side of the eye. These habits that might be considered bad. These habits that might be considered bad underneath the eye. Overworking and overcommitting. Overworking and overcommitting underneath the nose. And I tend to associate this with my value. I tend to associate this with my value to the chin. I put my value in others' hands. I put my value in others' hands to the chest, and that's hard to feel. That's hard to feel underneath the arm. I'm acknowledging it now. I'm acknowledging it now to the wrist, and that is wonderful. And that is wonderful. To the top of the head, I feel this pleasing nature. I feel this pleasing nature to the eyebrow, and the tension of that, and the tension of that. Because I don't want to keep doing it, but I do. I don't want to keep doing it, but I do underneath the eye. I believe it's the only way to feel worthy and liked and loved. I believe it's the only way to feel worthy and liked and loved underneath the nose, and I'm willing to feel that even if it's uncomfortable. I'm willing to feel that even if it's uncomfortable. To the chin, underlying grief. Underlying grief. To the chest is powerful. It's powerful underneath the arm. Nobody taught me really how to be a good feeler. Nobody taught me how to be a good feeler. To the wrist. So I'm teaching myself. I'm teaching myself to the top of the head. And by doing that, I'm really alive. By doing that, I'm really alive. To the eyebrow, because I'm not alone. I'm not alone. To the side of the eye. I'm not doing this practice alone. I'm not doing this practice alone underneath the eye. We're with each other now. We're with each other now underneath the nose, and that's connective. And that's connective to the chin, and that's transformative. And that's transformative to the chest. That's healing. That's healing underneath the arm, because I'm seen. I'm seen. To the wrist, I see myself. I see myself to the top of the head. I can really take a look at myself, all the ugly and all the beautiful. I can really take a look at myself and all the ugly and all the beautiful to the eyebrow, and know that I'm okay. And know that I'm okay to the side of the eye, because I'm releasing on the cellular level. I'm releasing on the cellular level underneath the eye, feeling the hurt and letting it move. Feeling the hurt and letting it move underneath the nose, creating more space within myself. Creating more space within myself to the chin. And I've progressed so much. I've progressed so much to the chest that I am more powerful. That I am more powerful underneath the arm. I have access to my intuition. I have access to my intuition. To the wrist, and there's more time. There is more time to the top of the head. I prioritize me. I prioritize me to the eyebrow because I'm of value. Because I'm of value to the side of the eye, and I live fully. And I live fully underneath the eye. I have the capacity for stress. I have the capacity for stress underneath the nose, and I am more communicative. I am more communicative to the chin because what I have to say matters. Because what I have to say matters. Say that again to the chest. What I have to say matters. What I have to say matters underneath the arm, and I'm more confident. I'm more confident to the wrist. I am more radiant. I am more radiant to the top of the head, and I feel this in my body. I feel this in my body to the eyebrow. It's in my muscles, my bones, and my tissues. It's in my muscles, my bones, and my tissues to the side of the eye. Something amazing is happening right now. Something amazing is happening right now underneath the eye. I listen to myself. I listen to myself underneath the nose, and I engage in things that are fulfilling. I engage in things that are fulfilling to the chin, even if they're judged and criticized, even if they're judged and criticized to the chest, because they align with me, because they align with me underneath the arm, and I can breathe, and I can breathe to the wrist, and I can rest, and I can rest to the top of the head, and I engage in these practices consistently, and I engage in these practices consistently to the eyebrows, and I notice the effects. I noticed the effects, the side of the eye. They're happening right now. They are happening right now underneath the eye. I believe in it. I believe in it underneath the nose. The power of my own essence. The power of my own essence to the chin, and the power of my true beliefs, and the power of my true beliefs to the chest, that I am worthy and I belong simply because I exist. That I am worthy and I belong simply because I exist underneath the arm, and I am allowed to feel. I am allowed to feel to the wrist, and I feel it and I express it and I connect. I feel it and I express it and I connect to the top of the head. So incredibly present and alive. So incredibly present and alive in mind, body, and heart. In mind, body, and heart. And go ahead and release the hand. Maybe you notice continued tingle sensation. Maybe you notice the effects in the present moment, your breath. Allow yourself to take deeper inhales and exhales. And truly bask in